What didn't score well was the Hisense U8H. In the UK, it's U8HQ because it is completely different to all the videos that you've watched on YouTube that have praised the Hisense U8H. It's not the same TV in the UK. You need to understand this before you go and spend any money on this TV. In the US, it has around about, I think it's 400 to 500 zones, and it has a VA panel. In the UK, it's an IPS panel. It's 130 zones, or around about 130 zones, which means that in terms of blooming, in terms of other issues, in terms of clouding and so on, it's not good. The backlight really lets this set down. It's such a promising set because it has a lot to like about it. It has a lot of good technology on there. So all the HDR formats supported, HDMI 2.1, lots of gaming features in there, 4K 120 and so on, 2 HDMI 2.1 inputs. And again, a fairly decent price point when it comes to mini LED, but it's just poorly implemented, and it's not implemented in the same way as the US set or the sets abroad. The European sets seem to be completely different specs, and I really don't understand this. And whoever made that decision at Hisense needs to shake their head and sort things out, because we really should have the same technology globally. People are going out and buying this TV, believing it to be the TV that a lot of YouTubers are testing, and it's not the same TV at all. It's completely different. So yeah, it didn't score very well. It scored 6 out of 10. And that comes down to really poor local dimming algorithm being used, and a really poor implementation of that, because there was, lots of haloing, lots of, issues with the backlight. And again, viewing angles for an IPS panel, it was really poor. Normally the strength with an IPS panel is viewing angles and color, and you give up a little bit in terms of black levels and contrast. On this set, you give up your black levels, you give up your contrast, you also give up your viewing angles, and it's not good news, especially if you're a film fan. You like watching films with mixed scenes, dark scenes, that kind of thing. It really suffers, and it doesn't look particularly good. So I'm hoping that Hisense take our feedback on and how it's intended. At the end of the day, we never give a product a kicking. We'll never, go hard on a product just for the sake of going hard for the product to make a point. What we like to try and do is we try and push manufacturers to improve the product. And in this case, what I'd say at Hisense is give us the same specs as you give in the US. The US, it's getting a great, reviews from reviewers out there who really like what it's doing, and it sounds completely different to what we're getting in the UK. And unfortunately, the model in the UK is poor. Even at the price point, it's not that well done, and hopefully Hisense will take a look at that and change it up and maybe improve the product.